Oh, I know. Yes, I told you I would stay, and thank you so much for coming back. Welcome once again to Brunch, a Taste of Tobago. And we just wrapped up some really wonderful events over the Christmas season. And I love this platform because we get the chance, we get the opportunity to really highlight and let you guys in on what was happening, what were the highs, what were the lows. You know, these are things that we need to really get into the light, bring these things to the light. And of course, it's Monday. And it's a beautiful Monday at that. And we welcome the Division of Food Security, Natural Resources, the Environment, and of course, sustainable development. And one of your very esteemed, I feel that when I sit with him, and I'm hoping that he's going to be a staple of the brunch set. I don't know. I'm hoping that I could persuade him to come by just a bit more often. Sean McCoon joins us today from the Tobago Reforestation, Watershed, and Rehabilitation Program. And Sean, I thank you so much for your positivity. I thank you so much for your energy. I thank you for the fact that you don't give up regardless of the challenges you may face. So I just want to thank you once again and welcome to Brunch. How are you doing?
Good morning and thank you for having me. As always, it is always a pleasure to sit with you and be able to share.
Yeah.
As always, sharing is one of the things that we sometimes forget about. And I believe that sharing is something that makes us, it gives us the ability to really understand each other.
That's right.
And really move forward in a positive sort of way.
Yeah. And we had so many things happening. It was like a bumper roller coaster, you name it. This is what 2023 gave to us.
Yes, indeed.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year to you. 2023 was really and truly pace, as we say.
Yeah.
Lots and lots of pace, many things to do, lots to get done, lots to execute. And, you know, in hindsight and when we look back, it was all worth it. Because really and truly, we want to know that the people benefit.
Yes.
The population of Tobago benefits. And not just for people to beat their chest and say, well, hey, you know, we did this or we did that. And not for that purpose, but really and truly to see the smiles on people's faces and to see how well they responded and the enjoyment and all of the activities that were a success.
Yeah, and it brought so many families. Like I saw so many families going out together, having that time together. I saw a dad with his son and he's pointing and explaining things to him. And that was such a wonderful feeling. I could not help but stare. I hope that I did not seem like a stalker or seem crazy, but it just warmed my heart to see the families coming out. You know, and the botanical
mission accomplished.
Because accomplished. Yes.
I think what the Secretary of the Division had envisaged when she gave us her blessing to go ahead with the Botanic Gardens Christmas Glitz was to see that connection of family and people and warmth and togetherness, not just in keeping with the Christmas season, but also to demonstrate that Tobago is a place of love.
Yes.
And to demonstrate that this space can bring people together. I saw, one of the nights I visited, I saw a few people who were visiting the island. I saw a few people from Trinidad and a few people from overseas as well.
Right.
And they sat on their blankets and they were chatting and talking, and then I saw one of them got up and he went over and he brought over drinks and food and so on for the group. And it was really nice to see that all even people benefited from the business and the economic gains that were generated.
Yeah.
So in addition to the warmth and happiness within the season and within the context of that part of it, people were also able to benefit and make a dollar.
Right.
Right? And also the atmosphere provided something to see, something to do. And I know for a fact that my committee, my board of directors, my colleagues, they are really, really proud. And I am proud of them. They are proud of each other. We are all
Yes.
happy and we are
It's a
saying to
proud
each other,
moment.
yes, we have done well. And I just want to again acknowledge our staff. You see, our staff, Mr. Didan Daniel, our chairman, at the close-off ceremony on Saturday night gone, described our staff as superheroes.
Oh,
and I just want
wow.
to reinforce that our staff are the heroes in this whole thing. Our interim general manager, Miss Kelly Manette, she pulled out all the stops and she really, really drove this thing. And again, superheroes. They are the heroes of this whole story. And without them, we could not have done this. So, to the staff of TRWRP, we want to say thank you again. To our board of directors, our interim general manager, and also division personnel. We had the communications unit of the division who stellarly performed in executing the marketing and the advertising and so on, assisting us with social media management. We want to thank them.
So the Botanical Gardens Christmas Glitz. I'm seeing such continuity here.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
That is a yes.
Yes.
So it will happen again.
Okay.
It will become a mainstay for the Christmas season. We have already said, yes, absolutely, this has to happen again. And what I found quite interesting is, given the success of this event, many stakeholders have been lining up to chat with us and talk to us and have discussions on how they can either contribute, how they can get involved, how they can be a part of. And it's really, really heartwarming to know that after all of the effort we made, people are now seeing the value of the Botanic Gardens.
Yes.
As I always insert and assert, is that reforestation is not just about events, but green space development, the management, and also monetizing those spaces. And when you see the Botanic Gardens being utilized in a meaningful way, not just for the event part of it, movie nights and so on, but also to demonstrate that these open-air activities add flavor and add spice and add to some of the wonderful things that Tobago as a destination can offer.
I love it.
It's something to see, something to do, something for people to enjoy out in nature and in the heart of Scarborough. What more can you possibly want?
Yeah, and you know, I love the fact that, I mean, for anything to be implemented or brought to fruition, there must be that vision. And I love the fact that you congratulated the team. These are the things that stand out for me because we tend to forget about the human aspect of life. And most of us are a bit selfish when it comes to certain things. And so you don't joke around. You make sure and you mention that it's a team, it's a network.
They are our heroes.
Yeah.
They are the unsung heroes in some instances. And I feel like your workforce, once they are happy, they produce.
Right.
And that is our philosophy at Reforestation. We try to inspire our workers. We try to ensure that they understand their own personal worth. And that was reflected in the output.
Yeah.
As you saw.
Yeah. And you know, another thing as well, because we just spoke on the continuity and there's definitely going to be that.
Absolutely.
The positives that are following, where you have stakeholders being so interested in this product and wanting to be a part of what's happening. That's a wonderful, wonderful place to be. So I'm thinking now that there are events that
Oh,
may be
yes.
added.
Absolutely, that are on the cards.
Yes.
And what you would find is that many of our events are related to projects that reforestation is seeking to roll out, implement, and that are already in train.
Right.
Right? For example, we have the Bay Leaf and Spice Tea project, which
Ooh.
again, congratulations to our team. We basically won sponsorship through the Tobago Innovation Challenge, right?
Wow.
And we are partnering with community groups, and our deputy chairman spearheaded that effort in terms of writing the project, in terms of conceptualizing what the project would look like. And Tobago needs innovation. Tobago
yes,
requires for us to really, really get together and flesh out our ideas and say, hey, you know what? You have a good idea. You have a good idea. You have a good idea. Let's put our brains together. Let's put our ideas together and our visions together.
Yes.
And we can achieve so much. I think the secretary on Saturday night mentioned that in her little in her address to the people that attended the closing ceremony.
Right.
And she said, when we come together, lots can be achieved, and we can achieve so much together. So when we put together all these ideas, innovation happens organically, naturally. When we talk and we exchange ideas and bounce ideas off of each other, these things happen organically, and that is what reforestation is looking to do, and to really bring to bear the social enterprise part of things, which encompasses community groups, stakeholders from like NGOs as well, partnering with those groups and so on. We have an interesting year ahead of us, because just as the tourism clubs are well established in the schools and so on, we are looking to establish environmental clubs and things along those lines, and partnering with our civil society friends and family, because in Tobago we're one big family.
Yeah.
Right? And we want to partner with the NGOs to really build out a mechanism where young people can get involved in environmental activism and really learn about the green space development, because it begins with them. It begins with the children, it begins with our students. Some of them may be looking at careers in environmental science, in agriculture, and it's not just about planting trees and greenwashing, as they say.
And pulling out all the stops. This is like pulling out all the stops. Every possible enterprise, every possible project, every possible idea, you guys are pulling these out. I always think about the fact that our young people are very innovative.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
They are so innovative.
And they're very helpful.
Yeah.
Once they are properly motivated and they understand a shared vision, they basically go above and beyond, because they see themselves as a part of. And that's another thing I wanted to mention. Most, if not all, of our volunteers that came out to assist nightly at the Botanic Gardens Christmas Glitz, they were young people from communities.
Right.
So that in itself tells a story and paints a picture that there's so much innovation and there's so much to gain when it is young people get involved.
Definitely.
And they really share and see the benefit of having a collective responsibility and shared vision.
Definitely. And I love tapping into, because you have to be willing to tap into these minds and these ideas, and molding is so important, because there's the other side of the spectrum, Sean.
Yes.
Where we highlight what's not too
the
good.
Negative parts.
Yeah.
And in everything in life, there are negatives, there are positives, there are the little in-betweens.
Right.
And that's fine. That's all part and parcel of real life.
Mm-hmm.
And I think, yes, while we tend to gravitate towards the negative, as you rightly put it, these are the things that we should be highlighting.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that helps to change the mental culturing
Definitely.
of not just young people, but everyone.
Yes.
And the island. If it is we focus on getting things done and the positives and all of those things that are good and that are
Yeah.
forward thinking and that would be innovative, you would find that people eventually say, hey, well, we don't have time to think about who don't like who,
Mm-hmm.
who is vexed with who,
And
who don't like this one.
all the
And all.
noise and petty
Yes, yes,
stuff.
absolutely.
Because
Noise,
it's just
pettiness.
noise. It's
Yeah,
noise.
yeah, yeah.
And we choose to invite the positives in.
Exactly, exactly.
So once we figure that out, that it's our choice.
Yeah,
I think the
absolutely.
pathways are a bit clearer when you
Yes.
figure that out.
Yes,
Yeah?
yes, yes.
So Christmas glitz, Botanical Gardens Christmas glitz.
Right.
Your synop.
I would say, again, thank you to everybody for supporting. You, the people of Tobago, supported. And that is our most valuable asset, the people.
Yes.
Right? I'm happy for that. And there were challenges. Obviously, we have a limited amount of staff. In some cases, they were stretched in. But they
Right.
continued and they really, really saw the benefit of this. And I just want to again say thank you to them. Also, what I want to say on behalf of the board of directors is that we admire the fact that people continue to support us. Continue
Right.
to support us in all the initiatives that we're doing. The Tobago Breadfruit Initiative is something else that reforestation is going to be rolling out actively. And you would find that there are several other initiatives popping up, and we will use the Botanic Station as the hub. So the Botanic Gardens Christmas Glitz was history.
Mm-hmm.
It's now written in the minds, especially of the younger ones. I remember the time when mommy and daddy took me to so and so. And I looked at the lights and there was pan and parang and all of those things. The entertainment industry, or cultural practitioners, the
That's
creatives,
right.
they
That's
now
right.
have a space outdoors, a green space where they can come and display.
Yeah.
So all positive, all good. Challenges, as I said, were faced in terms of logistics, planning, and the short space of time. We had 2 weeks.
Yes.
I want to just specifically thank Mr. Busby Trotman. Mr.
Okay.
Busby. All of the lights that you saw at the Botanic Gardens Christmas Glitz, we did not use an outside contractor. We did not contract or use a company.
Okay.
Everything was done in-house by the project implementation unit, by Mr. Busby. He led the charge night by night. He had his team switching on the lights, turning off the lights. And this just goes to show that when you look inward, you can find everything that you're looking for.
Definitely.
Yeah.
And how do we reach you? You know, we have to put out there those phone numbers or social tags just for the
Absolutely.
persons who are looking on.
Right. So we have our website, which is tobagoreforestation.org. We are in the process of updating that website. We have some changes to make.
Right.
As with everything in life, you have to evolve and grow, so we have to make some changes to that. But you can visit our website. We have a blog. We have an About Us page. And you can see a list of our projects that we have rolled out thus far at tobagoreforestation.org. You can simply Google Tobago Reforestation, and that will also come up. Or you can follow us on Facebook. Just type Tobago Reforestation or TRWRP. And I want to just say that we're going to scale up on our social media presence this year by opening an Instagram account and possibly
Right.
TikTok.
Yeah.
We have some staff who are well versed in social media, and they will be assisting us to scale up on our social media presence and really increasing that reach to show green space development, what it looks like in Tobago, or events, and highlighting the work of reforestation.
Definitely. And you said it so well. And we just are so very proud. We want to thank you so much for being a part of Brunch today. I'm hoping that you're a staple because I absolutely love these conversations. I love hearing what's going on in that mind of yours or that brain of yours. And your team is amazing. Your network is awesome. And it really does take more than one hand to really get in and bring these things to fruition. So we thank you so much for being a part of Brunch. We want to thank the whole agricultural sector. We want to thank all your Tobago reforestation, watershed rehabilitation. It's so many things in that name, and you embody it so well. And we just want to thank you so much for being here today.
My pleasure. Thank you for having me.
You're most welcomed. And we're going to take a break, guys. We're going to be right back. Promise me that you would come back. Our trivia question for today. There is a boardwalk that meanders through a dense mangrove. Where is it located? The answer at the end of the show. We're going to be right back with more Brunch, a taste of Tobago. Onika Henry joins us next. You don't want to miss this. See you soon.